अहिंसैकनिष्ठं स्वशिष्यै सुजुष्टं यतीनामरिष्टं गुरूणाङ्गरिष्टं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे सुशास्त्रे चरन्तं सदा सञ्चरन्तं जनान् बोधयन्तं भवादुद्धरन्तं मठां स्थापयन्तं गुरून् पूजयन्तं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे कलानां प्रचारं दधानं विनम्रं स्वयं ग्रन्थकारं सतां मानितारं नमत्तापहारं स्वयं निर्विकारं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे सदा शान्तिमूर्तिं सदा क्षान्तिमूर्तिं सदा दान्तिमूर्तिं सदा सत्यमूर्तिं प्रमाणप्रवृत्तिं दिशान्तं सुकीर्तिं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे इदं पञ्चकं यः पठेत् शुद्धचित्तः सदा मोक्षमार्गे नितान्तं प्रवृत्तः प्रसादात् स शास्तुर्भवे ज्ञानयुक्तः स जीवन्मृतो वा भवे नित्यमुक्तः स जीवन्मृतो वा भवेत् नित्यमुक्तः सदा स्मेरवक्त्रं कृपापूर्णनेत्रं सदा स्मेरवक्त्रं कृपापूर्णनेत्रं स्थिरं दीनमित्रं जनप्रीतिपात्रं सुविज्ञातशास्त्रं कषायाक्तवस्त्रं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे परब्रह्मनिष्ठं स्वतो धर्मनिष्ठम् अहिंसैकनिष्ठं स्वशिष्यै सुजुष्टं यतीनामरिष्टं गुरूणाङ्गरिष्टं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे सुशास्त्रे चरन्तं सदा सञ्चरन्तं जनान् बोधयन्तं
Namaskaram, my pranams to everybody, my pranams to Puja Swamiji, Swamiji and all the other Swamijis in attendance today. We are all happy that we are assembled here to mark the decennial Aradhana of our Parama Puja Swami Dayananda Saraswati. We are thankful that Professor Ramasubramanian is here today in our midst to offer a floral tribute in the form of words at the feet of Puja Swamiji. Professor Ramasubramanian is a distinguished scholar who brings together the worlds of Sanskrit, Indian philosophy, and Indian sciences with rare brilliance. Trained in Advaita Vedanta by his revered father, Brahmasri Krishnamurti Shastri, and by Brahmasri Mani Dravid Shastri, he has carried this tradition forward with a remarkable depth and dedication. Honored with prestigious awards such as the Vidvat Pravara by Jadguru Shankaracharya Sringeri and the Maharishi Badarayana Vyasa Saman by the President of India, he now leads the Center for Traditional Indian Knowledge and Skills at IIT Bombay. Today we are delighted to welcome him as he shares verses composed in praise of Puja Swamiji. I request Professor Ramasubramanian to offer his Shabdamala at the feet of Puja Swamiji.
Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Bande Guru Paramparam. I offer my venerations to all the Swamijis present here and the devotees. So it is a great blessing that I happened to be in Delhi yesterday, and I requested Swamiji if I could come and offer my Shraddha and Bhakti to Puja Swamiji, and he immediately acceded to this. I had an occasion to meet Swamiji only around 2000. Before that I was not aware. I was studying Vedanta, Veda, etc. from my father in a traditional way. And one of the devotees, Nirmala from Rampur, she said, "Have you met Swamiji?" I said, "No." So she said we should attend. So the context in which this verses instantly came out, the one which I am going to read is an expanded version of what I composed almost 25 years ago. So there was a 1 week session in the evening, and morning also she said, "Please attend." I was simply astonished. So though I had read Vedanta in a traditional way, the way he was presenting things to us was absolutely amazing, and a few verses were composed by me around that time. So then it was Ashtakam, now it is Dwadashakam. So this is what I am just going to share with you. I'll start with the first verse. Vaktaro bahavo loke rajante janaranjakaha paramasti mahan bhedaha bhavataha tebhya evatu. Vaktaraha vachalaha both are okay. So vachalaha vachataha. So this is an interesting sutra also. Alajan. So there is a, so those who Vaktaraha, those who eloquently speak, there are many people. Bahavaha, so many are there. Rajante janaranjakaha. But paramasti mahan bhedaha bhavatam tebhya evatu. There is a huge difference that I could notice when I listened to. That's what made me come out with my outpourings. What is the difference that we see? Manoranjana matram manoranjanam kevalam vakkaroti bahunam tvadiyatu gīschittamantaha samavishya nirmathya nirmulya shokam tamogni kshane modataitadvichitram. Manoranjanam kevalam vakkaroti. Manoranjanam kevalam vakkaroti. Sometimes the vak can be manobhanjanam also. In fact, that can also happen. But anyway, this is also manobhanjanam in a different way. See, manaha bhanjanam means the thoughts that are basically going in the mind are shattered away. So, but generally bhanjanam is used in a sense of displeasure. So here manoranjanam, this actually immensely pleases the moment you hear his words. Bahunam Twadiyatu Gihi. What does this do? Your words. Gihi Chittamantas Samavishya. It penetrates into your mind. Chittam Antas Samavishya. And then Nirmathya. This is the process that happens. Mathanam is a certain churning that happens. So what is it that I have been conceiving of myself? What is it that I have set as the goal in my life? Is it something which is worthy of pursuing? So this is what the mathanam that happens. In fact, this mathanam is a beautiful imagery which is used in some of the Prakarana Granthas, but it has been all the more beautifully presented to us by great poet called Narayana Bhattatri. Anybody from Kerala? You are all from Kerala? The Narayana Bhattatri, I think in 92 or 93, one of the Dashakas, he says, Acharyakhya-dharastharani samanumilachishya-rupottararanyavedhodbhasitena Sphutatara paribodhagnina dahyamane Karmali vasana Tatkritatanu bhuvana bhranti kantara pure Dahya bhavena vidya shikhini chavirate Tvanmayi khalvavastha. It's an amazing verse. This entire Vedanta has been squeezed into you, one verse. Acharyakhya, seen the traditional household, when they have to generate fire, even today for yaga, they do this mathanam. There will be a log that will be heavy, and on that you put another log. You do the churning process. So here he says the acharya is the adhara arani. Arani is that piece of wood. Uttararani is shishya. You understand? So the mathanam happens. Once the contact happens and the teachings begin, so this mathanam happens. Mathanam has to happen in the mind of chitta, not the acharya. So this has to be stable. Acharyakhya-dharastharani samanumilachishya rupottararanyavedha. Then what happens? So in the process, due to friction, the fire gets generated. Here also the fire of jnana gets generated. Okay? Avedhodbhasitena sphutatara paribodha. That is Agni. Sphutatara paribodhagnina dahyamane. So the Agni, what does it do? So it says, Karmali vasana tatkrita tanubhuvana bhranti kantara pure. Kantara means forest. There is a huge forest. What is the forest? Forest of various activities that we have perennially to keep doing. Okay. So karma, ali means sequence of actions. This after this after this after we keep on planning. Karma ali. And why does it happen? There is a vasana which has been there. Karmali vasana. And because of that, tatkrita tanubhuvana bhranti kantara pure. The entire forest is burned by this fire of Atma Jnana. Kantara pure. Then he finally says, Dahya bhavena. For the fire, there has to be something which is remaining, then only fire can sustain. If the entire forest has been perished, the fire also perishes. So this is a beautiful thought. Na shasta, na shastram, na shishyo, na shiksha, na chatvam, na chaham, na chayam prapanchaha. Swarupava bodho vikalpa sahishnuhu tadeko vasishta shivah kevaloho. So that is what ultimately happens. The fire also in the form of Shastra goes off, and this Jyoti, Atma Jyoti alone blazes. So that is what this Acharya has done to most of us, and that is why we see all the Shishyas around. So Samavishya Nirmathya Nirmulya Shokam Tamoghni Kshane Modataitad Vichitram. And what I happened to see was, so many people, they come, and then even ourselves, this is all our own experience, right? You go with a certain thought, and then, what a beautiful message that has been conveyed by Swamiji. In fact, one person said, see, today whatever I had in my mind, I got a clarity on this. So this is how we just say, that is what happens. Modate, at the end of the talk, Vichitram. Then, Giraspurtida Sarvada Nisarante Sputaschapi Tathyascha Vedanta Garbhaha Tadapiya Sarve Jitam Tam Kritantam Tatha Samsritim Manvate Tathyametat. Giraha means Shabdaha, Spurtidaha. So it just immediately makes us enthusiastic and energetic. Sarvada Nisarante. What I mean by Sarvada is, irrespective of whether he is talking on Vedanta, irrespective of whether he is talking on conversion, irrespective of whether he is having a dialogue with you personally, Sarvada Nisarante Sputaschapi Tathyascha. Tathyaha means words which have eternal value. Tathyascha Vedanta Garbhaha. All of them have this thread of Vedanta in that. Vedanta Garbhaha Tadapiya. See, having drunk those words, Sarve Jitam Tam Kritantam. This Kritanta is a word you have heard. Where have you heard? Kritantasya. In fact, Subramanya Bhujanga is a sutra. Kritantasya Duteshu Chandeshu Kopat. So Kritanta normally we understand to be Yama. Kritaha, Antaha, Nashaha, Yenasaha. So Nashaha means if you take the Sharira, then he is a Kritanta, is Yama. If you take any of the actions, Tasya Nashaha, Kritam, means any activity. So even the Vidhi is called as Kritanta. So Vidhihi, that is also called as Kritanta, providence. So here, Jitam Tam Kritantam, people think, sir, I am destined to have Dukha after Dukha. Okay, people may think, but then this is all just, we have to just take as it is, accept things, that's it. Then Kritanta is won over. You don't anymore keep the state of despondence in your mind. So this is what happens. Jitam Tam Kritantam Tatha Samsritim. I have crossed the entire samsara sagara. Manvate Tathyametat. Anandam Budhirupaye Vahi Bhavan. Why is this kind of a feeling that comes? What is the powerful message that he conveys to us? Anandam Budhirupaye Vahi Bhavan. You are an embodiment of happiness and nothing else. So this is the powerful message of Vedanta. Anandam Budhihi. Ambudhi means ocean. So Ananda Sagaraya Bhavan. Anandam Budhirupaye Vahi Bhavan. No Dukha Rupah Kvachit. So never ever think that you are bound by sorrows. No Dukha Rupah Kvachit Ityevam Hyupadeshayan Nijagirat Uddharayan Dukhitan Vagdevya Samalankruto Yativaraha Karunya Patho Nidhi Sviyam Nama Kritarthayan Svavachasa Jiyachiram Bharate. Anandam Budhirupaye Vahi Bhavan. No Dukha Rupah Kvachid. See, Tarati Shokam Atmavit. So once you get this message, so Shokam Tarati, you are gone. Okay. no dukkha rupah kvachit ityevam hyupadeshayan nijagira. So one thing is understanding the truth for oneself and then dwelling in that ananda. The other thing is one is able to communicate it so effectively to the other is able to get the message and thereby get benefited. That is where the strength of our Swamiji was. Ityevam hyupadeshayan nijagira. In fact, there is a beautiful verse by Kalidasa. Shlishtakriya kasyachidatma samstha sankrantiranyatsya visheshayukta. Kriya shrishta kasyachid atma samstha. So this kriya means this jnana rupa kriya. So this atma samstha, there may be certain clarity. Sankrantir anyasya vishesha yukta. There are some people who will be able to communicate so well, but it will be nissara vachana. Okay? But here both are combined in such a beautiful manner. See? Yasya ubhayam sadhu means for whom the both are something which is exceptional. Sadhu sa shikshakanam dhuri pratishtha paitavyayeva. He is to be considered the foremost among the preceptors, and that is what all of us consider our Swamiji to be. See, hyupadeshain nijagira tuddharayan dukhitan vagdevya samalankritaha. So he is adorned by Vagdevi Saraswati. Yativaraha, moreover, Karunya Patho Nidhihi Sviyam Nama Kritarthayan Svavachasa Jiyachiram Bharate. Sviyam Nama Kritarthayan. So Dayananda, the outstanding compassion that he had started flowing in very many ways. And Jiyachiram Bharate. So this is what I did 25 years ago. May he live long chiram. But then, say, living long is of course impossible for anybody beyond a certain stage. They have to, will go away. But then it is through Shishyas he lives forever. See. So this, in fact, there is a beautiful, in Prashnottaratna Malika, see, Ka Kalpalata Loke. What is like Kalpalata, shielding tree? Sachishyaya Arpita Vidya. See, that is what he has done to hundreds of people, right? And that parampara is growing. Then there is a next verse. Parityakta bhushopi bhusha vibhushaha bhavan nityamasti iti chitram kelaitat swayam sanukampa bhrisham kanthalagna chakasti tyataste bhavan kinkarotu. He is a parityakta bhusha, right? So there are some Swamijis who may adorn themselves with various things. But so he was a Swamiji who was just having two, okay, a lion cloth, and then there is something, two more things, that is all. Okay, parityakta bhushopi. But then bhusha vibhushaha is adorned with ornaments. Bhavan nityamasti iti chitram kilaitat. What is the bhusha? Swayam sanukampa bhrisham kanthalagna. See, the karuna has embraced you, and that is the greatest ornament which anybody can have. And he used to so powerfully convey this by the word caring, caring, caring. Okay? So that is what is this karuna as a stri. So it's an abharana. Kanthalagna, she has come and embraced you. And therefore what can you do? You are helpless now. Okay? So it is a bhusha vibhushaha chakastiti ataste bhavan kim karotu. Then this has got manifested in so many ways, we all know. So aim for seva, this foundation, dharma. So many ways he had done this. Now, Tvadrisha virala loke guravo hi hitaishinaha madrisha bahavo loke santyeva hi titirshavah. So those who want to cross the ocean of sorrow, there are infinite in number. Okay, but viralaha, extremely rare to find gurus like you. Svadrisha viralo guravo hi hitaishinaha. Hitaishi is a very beautiful usage. In fact, this Adi Shankaracharya Namavali has one thing. Shishya Hrit Tapaharakaya Namaha. Every Namavali. Shishya Hrit Tapaharakaya Namaha. My father used to sometimes jocularly say, Shishya Vittapaharakaya Namaha. Okay. So not Hrit Tapa, Vittapaharakaya Namaha. There are many gurus. In fact, see this is basically Shishya Hrit. Ultimately, what happens is Shishya Hrit Tapa Dayakaya Namaha. So this is what happens with many other gurus. In fact, I'm not joking, there are some students who went. So they just go, and after 6 months, 1 year, they get disillusioned, and then they come back. Okay? So the Shishya Hrit Tapa Dayakaya Namaha Bhavaha Vartanta. Okay? So he is a Shishya Hrit Tapakaraka. Therefore, Hitaishinaha. This Hitaishi, in fact, see, Go Guruhu Adhigata Tattvaha. The major problem with other gurus is they have not digested the essence for themselves. So that is one aspect. In fact, Go Guruhu Adhigata Tattvaha Shishya Hitaya Udyata Satatam. This is what Bhagavad Pada says in Prashnottara Ratna Malika. See, Shishya Hitaya Udyata Satatam. All his actions are oriented all the time to just see how we can help people. That is what is the message. Powerful. So then, Samsaram tan svavachabhihi param prapayatitihi Shankarena yaduktam tat sarthakam guru lakshanam. So this guru lakshanam is Shishya Hitaya Udyata Satatam. So that is why we say Achinotit Shastrani Achare Sthapayatyapi Swayam Acharate Yatsmat Tasmad Acharya Uchyate. So that is what we mean. So Sarthakam Guru Lakshanam. So in you. Then Shruti Shikharagate'smin Tattvaguchhe Nilino Pyati Ati Kathina Padesmin Sasyakaran Nirikshya Jhatiti Kimapi Tebhyaha Kartumudyukta Chittaha Shamaguna Bharitopi Vyagrachitto Babhuva. This is like Virodha. Shamaguna Bharitaha. See, Shamadama Uparati Titiksha. We found all of them in full in measure. Okay. But then Shamaguna Bharitopi Vyagrachitto Babhuva. Vyagrachittaha means so one who was just occupied with something so deeply. So this is the compassion. The compassion aspect compelled him to think very seriously on certain things, how we can save this nation. That is how this Aim for Sevma movement started. So Shruti Shikharagate'smin, Shruti Shikhara means Vedanta. Shruti Shikharagate'smin Tattva Guchhe Nilinopi. So you are completely immersed in the thoughts of Vedanta, that is true. Ati Kathina Padesmin Sasyakaran Nirikshya. Sasyakara means those who are enabling us to have a handful of food. So all forms of karmakara. So whether it is cultural heritage or it is the food that we are able to consume or other forms of workers. So we need to do something for them. So Sasyakaran Nirikshya Jhatiti means instantly Kimapi Tebhyah Kartum Udyukta Chittaha. So he got himself completely immersed to see what we can do for them, and thereby Shamaguna Bharito Pivyagrachitto Babhuva. What did he do ultimately? Aim for Seveti Samstham Tadanucha Vividham Prakriyam Kalpayitva. So we all know Aim for Seva and so many other movements were started. In fact, that was the point around 2000, etc. He was so seriously thinking how we can unite all the acharyas. See, how we can bring them to one platform. So this is what Vyagrachitto Babhuva. Aim for seveti samstham tadanuja vividham prakriyam kalpayitva gramihina eva santaha vigatamala hridaha vastumebhyah kutiram nirmayebhyah sakamam virachitumatha athacha adhyetum asakti purtyai Svatmanam nagarai santulaitum suvyavastham yatindraha. So he created various kinds of facilities so that all people will be benefited, not only the elite who come and then enjoy his Vedanta lectures. So through the Shishya Varga, it just went on and on. This is unwavering commitment. So what did he do further? Arsha Vidya Kutirani Kadalyah Kadaliyatha Tatra Tatra Prasutani Lokakshemaya Bhuyase. So initially it was some 1, 2, 3, and then now it has become really so many. So all the Shishyas, they went and started. Okay, Arsha Vidya Kutirani. Kutira is a place where this discussion happens. That's what we mean. Harsha Vidya Kutirani. In order to convey the powerful message of Vedanta, so many centers got established. Harsha Vidya Kutirani. It keeps on growing. How? Kadalyah Kadaliyatha. Kadali means banana. Once you plant it, it keeps on growing, right? So you just take it and then plant elsewhere. Then once again that grows. So that is the greatest setup that has been done by our Acharya. Arsha Vidya Kutirani Kadalyah Kadali Yatha Tatra Tatra Prasutani Lokakshemaya Bhuyase. What is the ultimate purpose? Lokakshema. Lokakshemaya Bhuyase. Bhasa Lankrita Bharate. This is something which I composed then. So one of the lectures, it was so powerfully conveyed what is being done by a few people strategically. So around 2000, okay, I told first time I was listening. So he was so powerfully conveying what is done by this Pope. Okay, Bhasa Lankrita Bharate Kutiladhihi Popabhidaha. Pope means that Pope. Popabhidho yadvachaha. So then only he started claiming conversion is violence and so on. Popa abhidaha means one who is named Pope. Okay, Papa basically. So Popabhidaha, Papabhidaha. See, Papam acharati papaha. Okay. So Bhasa Lankrita Bharate Kutiladhihi. Kutiladhihi means polluted in mind, corrupted in mind. Kutiladhihi Popabhidho Yadvachaha. We'll have a wonderful crop, that fellow said. Okay. Uchehe Tat Vishagarbhitam. Vishagarbhitam means it is a poisonous word. Swamiji said there is a poison in. Buche Tad Vishagarbhitam Sumanasam Sahyam Katham Tad Bhavet. How is it that we can tolerate this? Sahyam Katham Tad Bhavet. Ityalochya. Having thought about it so deeply, Bahu Pratarkam Avadat. Yo Durmatam Tanmatam. See, this is a very, very beautiful thing. See, there is nothing for us. In fact, we are all for ahimsa, right? But then, Durmatam Tanmatam. The philosophy on which that has been built is something which is unacceptable. Okay, so Durmatam Tanmatam. So what is held as the philosophy by them is something that has to be eradicated. Ityalochya, and therefore he coined this word, conversion is violence. So Ityalochya Bahu Pratarkam Avadat. Yo Durmatam Tanmatam. Nunam Tadrisha Ghoshanam Bahujanaihi Karyam Punashreyase. It is not that one man at one point of time will be able to do this. So now this has to go very effectively So through the means that has been shown by our Acharya, and all of us have to take it very seriously, and that is why he thought that he has to establish various institutions like Aim for Seva to go and reach out to those people and then convey what is the strategy behind it, and don't get absorbed into the pit. Okay, so that is why Nunam Tadrisha Ghoshanam Bahujanaihi. So the message has to spread. Karyam Punashreyase. See, we need a population at least to listen to Shruti-gira. Otherwise, where will be the population? So it is so essential that we need to engage in those kinds of activities. So this was so deeply thought by our Acharya, and he created mechanisms for that. Not mere mechanisms will work. The choice of the words. The choice of the words that you use to convey the idea powerfully and effectively. So that is what was shown by us, shown to him by us. So this is something which is great about our Acharya. And then Pitva Shri Charanabjavaktra Galitam Piyushavacham Mudaha Yatastvadya Bhavaniti Bhrisham Swantam Hinah Khidyate Anyat Kartum Akinchana Vayam Atas Sankalpayamo Dridham Sthasyamo Vayamadarena Bhavato Margetu Mukti Prade. This is a sankalpa that all of us are taking today on the occasion of remembering our Guru. Pitva. We have all had the great opportunity of listening to you and drinking that nectar. Tvacharanabja Vaktra Galitam. Okay, the nectar which was flowing through your mouth, we had the occasion to listen to that. Piyusha Vacham Muda. Muda, what do? We just have enjoyed all that. Yatastvadya Bhavaniti. So Yatastu Adya. So that Parthiva Sharira has gone. Yatastvadya Bhavan Itaha. With the physical Sharira you have left. Bhrisham Swantam Hinah Khidyate. So it is such a loss which cannot be easily taken. We may say, see, Nainam Chintanti Shastrani, Nainam Dahati Pavaka, but then when the Guru leaves, it is something which is unbearable pain. All of us had that. Swantam Hinah Khidyate. But then immediately we need to console. Right? Najayate mriyate va vipaschit. Vastutaha najayate mriyate va vipaschit. Vipaschit vidwan. So then anyat kartum akinchanaha vayam. So we cannot do anything but for one thing. That one thing is the most important thing that we need to do. Sankalpayamaha. See, these are occasions where we remind ourselves of what we need to do. See, Sankalpayamo Dridham Sankalpayamaha. We take this pledge. Sthasyamo. What is the pledge that we take? We will firmly establish ourselves in the path that has been shown by you. Sthasyamo vayamadarena. With great respect. Bhavato margetu mukti prade. Mukti prada marga. Mukti, not necessarily this samsaran mukti, even other kinds of mukti. Right? When somebody else is happy, you are happy. So whether it is family, whether it is society, whether it is nation, so that is where this powerful light was shed by our Acharya. In fact, there is a beautiful saying, so my time has come to an end. So there is such a beautiful saying, what is that? This Bana Bhatta, somewhere he describes how is Guru Vachanam. He says, Guru Vachanam, he gives some 4-5 similes. And he says, Guru Vachanam, Arivalamala Prakshalanakshamam Ajalam Snanam. He says, see, Arivala Mala means Samasta Mala. So it is not water, but it cleanses like water all the dirt that we have in our mind. Arivala mala prakshalana kshamam ajalam snanam. You enter into the words of Guru, this is like a snana where you get rid of all forms of mala, inner mala. See, then he says, Anupajata palitadi vairupyam ajaram vruddhatvam. See, you become a vruddha, you become a wise person. You become a wise person without all the hairs turning grey. See, palitadi vairupyam ajaram vruddhatvam. See, then I'll just tell one more small thing. He says, Atita jyotir alokaha. See, a light without lamp. You understand? Lamp is gone, but the light is there. See, Atita jyotihi alokaha. So we are all in that brilliant light that has been lit. Though the lamp in physical form may not be there. Thank you, Swamiji, for giving me this opportunity to offer my venerations to Swamiji in front of all those who would love to listen about him. Thank you.
We thank Professor Ramasubramanian for having taken the time and effort to come to Rishikesh and participate in the decennial celebration by offering the words of praise on Puja Swamiji. Now I request Swamiji to please honor Professor Ramasubramanian.
Om. We had a wonderful session of Professor's composition on Puja Swamiji. There is a small change in the program. Sri Swamini Atmalinananda, who was staying here, this morning she attained Mahasamadhi at 7 o'clock. Therefore, we are postponing the morning session of Ashtavadhanam to evening 4 to 6, and other programs will continue as per plan. Swamini's body is kept in the Vatika, room number 151. We will go there now and do whatever is to be done, and then offer the body to Agni in the crematorium in Rishikesh, Chandreshwar Nagar. Everything else will continue. Om Tat Sat.
दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे परब्रह्मनिष्ठं स्वतो धर्मनिष्ठम् अहिंसैकनिष्ठं स्वशिष्यै सुजुष्टं यदीनामरिष्टं गुरूणाङ्गरिष्टं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे सुशास्त्रे चरन्तं सदा सञ्चरन्तं जनान् बोधयन्तं भवादुद्धरन्तं मठां स्थापयन्तं गुरून् पूजयन्तं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे कलानां प्रचारं दधानं विनम्रं स्वयं ग्रन्थकारं सदा मानितारं नमत्तापहारं स्वयं निर्विकारं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यमीडे सदा शान्तिमूर्तिं सदा क्षान्तिमूर्तिं सदा दान्तिमूर्तिं सदा सत्यमूर्तिं प्रमा